Hello. Hey, it's LaTonia Monroe Naylor. Yes, it's Tea and Talk Tuesdays with LaTonia. I am so happy to be here another week. Thank God for taking me through the weekend and just so many great things happened in the past few days. And I say that, let me say that with a grain of salt because sometimes people think because they see a smile on your face and you're excited about the day that nothing goes wrong in your life. And that's just not true. But I choose to focus on the good and not the bad because guess what? The bad makes us have character and brings about character depending on how we look at it. And I choose to look at everything as a challenge. That's an opportunity for me to get better. Okay. Get more creative, smarter, intelligent, all of that good stuff. And so I had a great week. I had a great week. And I have been thinking about what am I going to talk about this week? Last week I talked about procrastination. Is it really procrastination? How do you deal with that? How do you respond to that? The week before that, I talked about the power of preparation. And so this week, I'm going to talk about the difference between confidence and cockiness. And the reason why is that I was in my mood. I was listening to hip hop, my hip hop, not, I don't know what they're doing these days. I'm going to talk about that another day, but I just have to say my hip hop that I like to listen to. And I think it was because I had been in a little rap battle. So for those who know or don't know, I used to be a rapper. I used to do my stuff when I was a teenager and I was in talent shows. I even opened up for Biz Markie when he came to our city, Springfield, Mass. It was crazy. And music was a way that I kind of kept grounded in spite of all the things that I have been dealing with in life, the neighborhood that I lived in, and all of that. Music was one of the ways that I stayed grounded. And so, what happened is that I was in my show. So, I'm a guest every week. I might as well not be a guest anymore because I've been going for like months. But I was a guest on the Lewis and Morrow show, which is on WTCC 90.7 FM, every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we had a rap battle. So I think that's why I got in the mode of hip hop. But anyway, one of my favorite songs of all time is I'm Bad by LL Cool J. So this man starts out the song. No rapper can rap quite like I can. And already you just pulled in because you're like, what? This guy know what he talking about, right? And one of my favorite parts of the song is when he says, Oreos eat Cool J cookies. I'm bad, right? It is just so many parts of the song. For those young people who are listening, young adults who never heard the song, you got to listen to the song. And the reason why I say that is that I believe that LL is one of the most underrated lyricists forever, right? Because even when you watch Crush Groove or some of those other movies, like they talk about him and you could see his fierceness, but he was always super confident. And I always felt in the back of my mind that one of the reasons why he was never really valued and appreciated was because people really didn't value what he brought to the table because they felt like he was cocky. Now, this is why I want to talk about the difference between confidence and cocky, right? So I'm going to pull it up really quickly. Confidence is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something, firm trust. So if you are a confident person, then you have confidence or you have belief that you can be relied upon, that you can follow through, that you can come through on the things that you say that you're going to do and that you can do. Cocky is conceited or arrogant, especially in a bold or impudent way. Now, he definitely came across a little cocky, right? Because anybody who tells you like they're bad, they're the best rapper, I mean, the whole song is just him telling you how bad he is. It's just crazy. Just, I love it. And I said that to say, like, people may not value what you bring to the table because they may actually not have the security within themselves to feel okay with having somebody gifted and talented around them. However, the difference between cockiness and confidence is something that you want to be able to scale for yourself. Because I tell you right now, when it comes to people being for profit, running for the biggest dollar and cent, guess what? Yes, They can absolutely be cocky. They're in it, they're bullheaded, they're a bull in a china shop. They could care less about how that affects people. But when you're mission rich, you really have to be mindful about what kind of aura you bring into a room when you come into the atmosphere. And so, for somebody who's mission rich, it is very offensive to people when you are mission rich and cocky at the same time. And it's not always because a person doesn't value what you bring to the table. It's that they have a hard time putting one and one together to equal two. Like, how can you be so caring and loving and concerning about things, but then at the same time have no regard or respect for the people around you or how you treat people, whether it be your staff, whether it be people you outsource with, vendors, people you network with. If you are coming into a place where you're cocky, it's basically like, I'm better than you, I'm above you. But when you're mission rich and you're coming to a place and you're confident, you have this sense of, I know what I bring to the table. And I see what you bring to the table. Let's work together. Let's make the world a better place. Let's work together in this mission. Let's band together, right? And so it is oftentimes that people are being underrated. And I want to say this, being underrated doesn't mean that you are undervalued. Perhaps that the people that you want to value you are not the people that were created for you to be valuable to. And so I think about that when I think about LL, that maybe the reason why people don't always see him as a great lyricist is because they're not the people that he was supposed to be there for, right? Like, he started out in rap, and that was the first way that we were able to see him on a wide scale because that's what made him most famous to me, anyways. But he also found his path in acting and other things. And I wonder if he ever would have found it if people really valued and respected him as a lyricist that he truly was. Now, whether it's I'm Bad or Mama Said Knock You Out, I mean, you can go on and listen to his music. He had really good music, really good lyrics, and often told a story about whatever the situation was, or just knew how to have fun. You're jiggling, baby. I mean, come on. I'm just saying. The other thing that I want you to think about is that people who are like-hearted gravitate to one another. Your people will find you if you continue to be you. So again, this goes back to that confidence versus cockiness. A lot of times people carry this cockiness about them because they really haven't found their people. They really don't know who their people are. They're really unsure of who they are. I almost feel like when people are cocky, it's because they're overcompensating for something. There's a shortage or a deficit of something, and they feel like they have to show you this brazen part of them because they don't want you to see the part that they lack. But when people are confident, it's like, whatever it is, this is me, this is who I am. You get what you see what you got. You like it or leave it. Either way. And I've always been a person that believes in being who you are because nobody else can be a better you. You can try to replicate somebody else. You can try to duplicate somebody else, but the reality is you cannot replicate them, right? Because there's a certain quality and factor that we all have because of who we are, the DNA, the character, the things we've been through, our experiences. So why waste my time trying to be somebody else? My people will find me. Now, I hear a lot of times people talk about like-minded, and that's a true thing. But I'm a person that talks about like-heartedness because I don't want everybody to think just like me. And I don't want to think like you. I believe that there is a blessing in diversifying the way we think, diversifying the way that we see the world. And we cannot get there if we all have to think the same, right? In a way of speaking. However, if you think like-hearted means that we have very similar values. Like, I like to be around people that value family, that value marriage, that value legacy because that's the way I am and that's what I want. That's what I want to have. I don't want to be a person that's so focused on my career that my kids fall behind or my husband or the things that I really true and love, like my faith, gets put to the back burner because of wanting a promotion or wanting more money or whatever. That's just me. And what I found is my people find me and I find them. I end up at a conference and I find them. I end up in a mall and I find them or they find me. It just happens because like-hearted people just find each other. And I don't know how the universe creates it that way or how God allows it to be so, but it just happens. I went to a conference a few months ago and I sat down to somebody who literally has become a good friend to me now. We keep in contact She's all the way down in Louisiana, and we keep in contact because we sat next to each other, and she needed what I have, and I needed what she has, and we were able to become friends. And same thing happened to me when I ended up going out to Arizona. Again, show up at this conference. Nobody knows myself. Nobody knows my husband, and we show up, and it's like, hey, we're here all the way from Springfield. Found you in Google, and now we're friends. We keep in touch, right? So it's really important that you trust that being you will make room for you. Next, I want you to think about remembering the D and the ABCD framework. If you don't know what this is, it's because you did not purchase the book. And if you purchased the book, you did not read it yet. I think it's in the second or third chapter. I have to look real quick to make sure, but it is in there. And it's delivering with empathy and excellence. So be honest when you're not giving your best. Again, I talked about cockiness being a form of overcompensation. A lot of times we're being cocky because we are lacking something. But if you're really honest about what you're doing, really honest about whether or not you're giving your best, then you know whether or not you should be confident. And if you're confident because you know you gave your best, who cares what people think about it? There's a sense of peace that happens when you're confident that you've done and given your all, right? Giving your best. And your best today may not be your best tomorrow. You produce at the level of what you're capable of doing, right? But you're committed to learning, you're committed to growing, you're committed to being true to your network, you're committing to research, you're committing to do what it takes to be a good steward of the gifts that you have so that as you seek to transform your passion and make it profitable, you are not regretting that you didn't give it all, right? And when I say give it your all, y'all already know because I am family centered, because I am Christ centered, that I'm not talking about put everything to the back burner that you care about. What I'm saying is that you need to be true to who you are, to the things that you love, and give the best that you're able to give at that moment. If 10 o'clock comes and you're exhausted, go to sleep. Don't try to keep it going because some marathon. It's not going to help you if you pass out or if you get sick because you continue to push your body past its limits. There's nobody sitting around giving you a prize because you decided to work 100-hour weeks and sacrifice your family. Nobody. So stop doing it. Reassess. Are you really giving it your best? Are you giving it excellence, your best? I didn't say giving it your all, like dumping it out there. I'm saying giving it your best. Okay. So that's what excellence is. And then the last piece that I want to say is register for the Mission Rich Academy workshop today. You can email me at latonia@parentvillages.org, or you can go on my social media because there will be a post at some point today that will also include the link to register. We will have 3 different sessions, so you will have 3 different times to be able to tune in. Currently, I think they're all at 12 p.m. So that's lunchtime here, Eastern Standard Time. But I am going to create a time in the evening as well. So we will have a time in noon at the noonday hour and the evening hour for folks to tune in and be able to learn more about the Mission Rich Academy and how we can work together, partner together, help you transform your mission and make it a profit powered business or entity because there is no point in putting in all of this work to do something that you love and not being able to have it be sustainable. So, as we get ready to wrap up our tea and talk today, I just want to remind everyone if you have not already to please purchase Mission Rich and Profit Powered. You can go to Amazon if you have an Amazon account and get free shipping. Why not? The only thing is that if you go to Amazon, you will not get a signed copy unless you are planning to see me and meet me at some point, and I can sign it then. Otherwise, if you want a signed copy, I encourage you to go to missionrichandprofitpower.com. And you're able to purchase your book from there. You're also able to purchase the workbook. We have an ebook version of it that you can purchase. We also have a hard copy version that accompanies your book and allows you to be able to really maximize what you get out of each of the exercises at the end of each chapter. And so, as I get ready to wrap it up, I am doing my best to keep this to about 10, 15 minutes because if you're like me, you are busy. Yes, you are. Busy, busy, busy trying to work out that passion and get it into a fully funded business. And I want you to remember that in everything that you do, please be confident, never cocky, because we do not need people who are going around talking about how great they are. And then people are turning around saying, yeah, well, if you're that great, why are you not producing at the level of what you say you are? Don't let your words about yourself be better than the output. That's all I'm saying. So some folks might love it or not love what we just talked about today, but I hope that it did something for you, makes you do an introspection and think about what kind of impact are you having on people when you leave their presence. So again, purchase Mission Rich and Profit Powered. It will help you to really understand what I am talking about when I talk, because I tell you a lot of the things that I share are fundamental things that you need to do as an individual to be magnetizing people. Because half the battle of getting funding is when people like you. Okay. All right, y'all take care. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember to register for Mission Rich Academy workshop today. Actually, the info session will be coming up so that you can register for the workshops that will be coming up. And we have so much that'll be happening. We have some grant writing that'll be coming up soon. And we have a special on February 16th, a special post birthday. Um, discount that I will be sharing with more people. And if you have not already saw my social media, which is asking you if you have already received the book, I've received so many folks sharing wonderful feedback on the book. Please, please go to Amazon and leave a review and send me a screenshot. Let me know that you did. And I have a special gift for you. All right, take care. God bless you all.